Welcome back, new challenges. Blah blah. I'm CombomasterZ. Guys, I got a crazy idea for a video game. It's awesome. It's a little project I've been working on for a few months, and I'm finally ready to, show you guys. So, all right, here's the idea. You know how you have Smash Bros, right? And Smash Bros basically honors the legacy of you know, Nintendo with a little sprinkle of other games, right? And yeah, so then you got Marvel vs. Capcom, which basically honors both of the legacies of Marvel and Capcom. So I was thinking, you know, what about Flash games? What about Flash games? Flash games is so dear to my heart. I grew up with Flash games, and in 2020, Flash has been canceled by Adobe. So all those Flash games and Flash animations that we grew up with are basically lost forever unless they've been archived. So I came up with an idea. What if there was a game to honor Flash games? Flash history. What if there was a game that encapsulated the soul of all Flash games? You know, and just, made it one game. So, so this is my idea. I'm calling it Fatal Flash Fighting. Yep, it's a fighting game. And what else would it be? But it's a unique one, I promise you that. So, this is the story of Fatal Flash Fighting. Alright, now the intro's out of the way. What would the game actually look like? Like, what is the gameplay? What would it look like? Presentation, blah blah. So, I played a game, and it was called Astral Bout. And I was like, wow, this is basically like Def Jam before Def Jam. And and I thought to myself, what if there was an update to this game? Like Astro Bout is not a bad game, but what if it had better sprites, 4-player compatibility, or even more player compatibility, a smoother combo system, and oh my gosh, just so much potential with the skeleton of this game. Not saying Astro Bout's a bad game. I'm just saying it's so much you can do with this concept, a 2D arena fighting game. It's just so much you can do with it. So let me give you a basic layout of what would it look like, or a stage would look like. All right, I know this is Super Smash Flash 2, but just bear with me. That whole stage will be playable. That's the arena. That's the whole playable stage. Uh, the grass out of bounds, obvious, right? But then you got the background, and the background, is just a background. It can be 2D, but it has to have the illusion that it's 3D. So that's the basic layout of the stage. Now, this is a little thing that's different than Astro Bout. It would have a dramatic camera. Now, a dramatic camera can make and break a game, but I feel if you do this right, it can make the game just amazing. Like having a fixed camera would be terrible. I'm sorry, it's too boring. So just look at this footage. Zooming out, zooming in. Look at that. It has to look like that. A nice dramatic camera that zooms all the way out, zooms mostly in, you know. When multiple characters are on the stage, you can zoom really out. So yeah, that's what the game would look like, or the backgrounds would look like too. Now, basically, you're playing as a 2D character in a 3D space. So you'd have forward, back, up, up animation, up sideways, down sideways, and then now that would be the whole thing. So your character appears like he's 3D, but he's really not. He's just a 2D character moving in a 2D space. Well, he's just a 2D character moving in a 3D space. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let's go into gameplay. Gameplay would have to be very simple because you can't have 1,000 animations. Oh, 3 punch buttons, 3 kick buttons, 1,000 combos, blah blah blah. No, no, it has to be simple. Not just because of animation wise, simply just fun wise. It has to be a little bit simple. So yeah. Alright, gameplay. This game's gameplay is going to be very unique, very different from a lot of fighters. It's very simple, very easy to learn, but hard to master. Or well, yeah. So you have your basic 2 attack buttons: light attack, heavy attack. Then you would have your jump button, typical jump button, and you would have your special move button. So a special move you can, and your special move button, basically, if you press certain directions, it will do a certain special move, kind of like in Smash Brothers. You have your parry button, the parry. It won't be like Street Fighter 3. It'll be easier. You just press the parry button, then you parry. That's it. It's not like forward, and then you have to time it right and all that, extra stuff. No, it's very simple. Guy attacks, you parry. So a dedicated parry button, and then a dedicated evade button, kind of like King of Fighters wings. That's where I got the idea from. So a dedicated parry button and a dedicated evade button. But here's the catch. Here's the catch. There is no block button. There's only those 2 defensive options, the parry and evade. So you have to learn how to play the game with those 2 defensive options. No blocking, So that's what sets apart this game from other fighting games. Combos are going to be very simple, light attack, heavy attack, and then maybe special. It's simple because, there's only 3 attack buttons. So light, heavy, super. Or light, light, heavy, super. Or heavy, heavy, light, super. Or something like that. Very simple combo strings. Nothing crazy. And for the gun characters, it would basically be special attack is, to shoot the projectile. Light attack is to aim, like to aim your character, like kind of like that game Ikura 3, where you have to press the button to aim your character to what direction he's fighting towards or whatever. So it's basically like that. So light attack would be aiming, and then heavy would be the melee attack. To free walk, like to not be locked on a character, you press block and press parry, and you press parry and you press evade. So once you press both of those buttons, then you can free walk. You're not locked on to anyone. And that pretty much covers gameplay. So you see how the uniqueness of this game, how different it is from other fighting games. It's already unique in the fact that it's an arena 2D fighting game. Plus, there's no dedicated block button. You have instead 2 defensive options. So it's a unique fighting game. I made sure it was a unique concept because originally I thought it was just gonna be a 2D fighter, but then I realized, that's kind of lame. If you want a 2D fighter, just play Mugen, So I was like, it's gotta be original. It's gotta stand out. 6-player compatibility. I know you're thinking, why not just go the whole Smash Bros. Route and have 8 players? Well, I feel like 8 players is kind of too much, like in terms of like screen wise, and plus the health bars look better. I'll show you the health bars later, but the health bar, in my opinion, can only hold about 3 characters. If it had the whole 4 characters health, it would look really weird to me. It would look weird. So yeah, 6-player compatibility and 3-player in story mode. And I want to mention one more thing. It's an extra mode. It's called curveball mode. It's basically based off the curveball Flash game. So basically, you look at this picture, right? You would play as a character, whatever character you want to play as, and instead of you playing as the green and red paddle or the blue paddle, you actually play as the characters, and they hit the ball. So you jump, hit the ball, jump, hit the ball. So you see the idea. And I was thinking maybe it can even go up to 2-on-2 matches. So it'd be hectic. And yeah. And if you can see it, when the ball moves forward or back, there's like a green scan line that shows that it's moving forward. So it makes it like a 3D effect. So, and you're probably wondering, how would this be possible? Well, the characters have a forward animation and a back animation, so you will be able to see their backs and their front. So it'll be a really cool mode, a really cool extra mode. So yeah. And story. Well, here's a story that I came up with. Since Flash games is all about, a common trope you would see is like zombies and fighting the devil. I was like, you know what? Why not just make the whole game, about fighting zombies and fighting the devil? So here's how the story would go. Satan has taken control of a zombie army, and somehow he's traveling through dimensions and stuff to different Flash game worlds, and you basically, fight in these different worlds, fighting zombies and Satan's hell spawns and stuff. And all your Flash heroes, have to come together, and save the multiverse and some bullcrap. So basically, Kingdom Hearts, but Doom. Basically. And that's the story. Now, I've made PowerPoints about this game. I hope you check them out. It's basically an overview of like, special modes, characters, stages, all that. I put all this stuff in PowerPoints, just to kind of like, to give you a better idea. I'm not going to just make a video because, editing is hell, so I just made PowerPoints. I think it's just more fun to make, in my opinion. I mean, I thought to myself, like, if there were people that spent, like, years working on Smash Flash 2, which should have just been Fatal Flash fighting, but whatever. Like, you got people working on these games. Just make this one a reality, man. Like, please. I'm telling you, this game would be sick, yo. It'd be sick. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let's make this happen. Oh, and share this video, to any game developers out there. Save Flash. Peace out, guys.
Complete! The legend will never die.